Our next speaker is Penelope Kai-Yi Kong. She's from Tomb Create, Breaking the Wall of Human-Machine Disconnect.
So mobility affects everyone. When you talk about getting from point A to point B, you're talking about mobility. So the mobility landscape today has been disrupted by new business models such as ride-hailing and ride-sharing. And the next big wave of change will be emerging technologies such as autonomous vehicles. Now, in our work, we are looking to develop an autonomous bus for public transport in Singapore. So what would that look like? In 2017, last year in Singapore, we hit an average of 7.2 million public transport rides daily. Of this, a little more than half, or 3.9 million, were on buses. So what would happen when we deploy autonomous buses to Singapore? Well, we might expect a little bit of confusion, chaos, and maybe also some fear and anxiety. Now, AVs promise benefits such as better efficiency and more comfortable rides on the road. But there is this communication and emotional gap when you remove the human from the equation. So to deal with this, we proposed the virtual companion. It will be developed through a human-centric design approach so that we thoroughly understand the needs and wants of the local context, such as people's lifestyles, cultures, their identities, and fears. And at its most basic function, the virtual companion would actually be a channel for the communication and information with the service provider and the passenger. But your mobility experience goes beyond that. So it starts from the moment you are at home, thinking about going somewhere, and it continues when you're at your destination and thinking about how to go to your next location. We envision the companion as an experience for autonomous public transport. So you can personalize your companion when you're at home on your smartphone, view and interact with it when you're on board the vehicle, and also check your routes or look at your ride history when you're sitting in a cafe somewhere or when you're at work. Now, the virtual companion is also envisioned as something that can nudge people to take public transport more. So you could use it to promote public transport use over private vehicle ownership or encourage senior citizens to get out of the house more, for instance. Because the virtual companion is a platform, the form can vary. So we see it as it could be a digital panel, it could be a smartphone app, or it could even be a hologram or a robot. Instead of forcing people to adapt to new technology, what we want to do is humanize the experience for a more smoother transition. So with your very own virtual companion, we hope that your future mobility journeys will be a lot more accessible, enjoyable, and even entertaining. Thank you.
Why wouldn't my smartphone be a better companion?
Well, so this one we want to take advantage of new technologies that we have today, like natural language processing, machine learning, and really create this thing that's very personalized to you so that you feel this emotional connection with the companion, because people do tend to assign emotion to objects, whether or not it's supposed to. So we want to take advantage of this connection here to really create this more human technology.
Thank you, Penelope.